I'm Mark Wiersma, and I'm in a raft in a river and loving it with amazing people, staff of YD. I found out about Youth Dynamics Adventures like 45 years ago, and because some friends at church said, "Oh, you like camping? You like hiking? So check out this YD." At that point, we were living, my wife and I, in Oak Harbor, Washington, and YD just had one base, which was Anacortes, and that was great. And I found out about them. I said, "I love it. What can I do to help?" And they said, "How about if you be a board member?" So I got to be a board member. And what that meant was coming alongside of people, praying with them, meeting once a month or every 2 months to help make some decisions, figuring out ways to help staff keep groceries paid for, because it was a hungry time in the Northwest, and it was a hungry time for starting a new venture like Adventures with YD. And usually the meetings were to be held at the Anacortes base, and that was kind of a long drive from Oak Harbor. And I was active, and I was alert, and I had things to say, and it was helpful, and I felt the Lord leading, and it was a real faith grower for me. But at the same time, the day that they finally came to my house to have the board meeting, and the board meeting was going on to like 11 o'clock plus at night, and I was in my first year of teaching, and I was tired, and I'm falling asleep. So I told the guys, "Tell you what, I'm going to bed, lock the door when you're done." But YD is not something that puts you to sleep, that is for sure. Like I said, it was kind of hungry times getting started. YD Adventures included backpacking, rock climbing. That was great. But being in the Pacific Northwest, I realized we've got to get rafts, got to get on the water. But rafts are not free. Rafts are expensive. Where's that money going to come from? Our staff are barely getting paid anyway. Well, as it turned out, someone had the bright idea, let's make a food trailer that we can pull around, and we will sell delicious sub sandwiches. But you can't call them sub sandwiches. They're too good for that. So we called them Homer Dover sandwiches. Get your Homer Dover sandwiches at the public events. They were at sporting events. They were at county fairs. I think it took about a year and a half, and we bought the first raft. It was yellow. So, like I said, I was not YD staff. They got to have most of the fun. And I don't remember if it was my idea or if it was somebody else's idea, but the idea came up of, here we are on this newish sort of board for this amazing organization, these amazing staff. How would it be to find out how they operate? And so a board climb of Mount Baker was organized. And that was going to be a challenge, and most of us got into a little bit of conditioning. We figured this out some months in advance. But we made sure that we had our base camp. We were above the tree line on Mount Baker for that first night, had supper, got some sleep, but not much, because we were back up by about 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning. It was going to be dark for a long time. But the deal is that when you're climbing a mountain like Mount Baker, with the breezes coming off the ocean, you got to be down from the heights at an early point, because otherwise you are going to be stuck in snow or rain or cloud or all three. And we climbed, and the staff did amazing stuff. We got a chance to see how they operate, safety procedures to the max, and equipment top notch, and it all ran really well. One of our party was just absolutely finished about 500-600 feet short of the summit, and they followed the safety procedures for that. Oh, and did I tell you that we were setting out snow stakes for about the last quarter mile to get up to the summit? Because sure enough, in about a half hour, in come the clouds. We had about 50 feet of visibility, and those snow stakes helped us get back off the mountain. That was amazing. But just remember, when you're climbing a mountain, save some of your vinegar, because going down is harder than going up. Carry on.
Thanks for joining us for Streamside Stories. Click the link to subscribe and join us for more stories and virtual adventures. This isn't the only way we want to adventure together, though. We also want to invite you to come join us for an adventure and create some stories of your own. To do so, head to www.yd.org to connect with us and our bases to start your journey today. Thanks.